Please subscribe, like, and write comments on my channel. Thank you. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to carry out a special military operation. The units of the northern group of the forces have improved their tactical position. The manpower and equipment of two mechanized brigades of the armed forces of the Ukraine and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of Piskarevka, Rizhivka, and Ulanovo in the Sumy region. In the Kharkov region, the formations of mechanized brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine and two territorial defense brigades were defeated in the areas of Bugavka, Dochanka, and Morzola Dolina in the Kharkov region. The armed forces of Ukraine have lost more than 225 military personnel, a tank, and an armored combat vehicle, and 8 vehicles. As a result of decisive actions, the units of the western groups of forces have established control over the village of Olgolovka in the Kharkov region. The mechanized brigade, the brigade of the armed forces of the Ukraine General Staff, the marine infantry vehicle, the territorial defense brigade have been defeated in the areas of village of Grushevka, Neko, I will butcher this name, Podliman, Smudorovka in the Kharkov region, and the Malyaki in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy suffered over 210 casualties, including 2 US-made Humvee armored vehicles, 15 vehicles, and field artillery gun. The units of the southern group of the forces have improved their tactical situation. They defeated the formations of 3 mechanized brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, a maritime infantry brigade, and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlement of Dozhorovka, I will butcher this name, Kramatorsk, Nikolaevka, and Slavyansk in the Donetsk People's Republic. Over the course of the day, the enemy lost up to 150 troops, a German-named Marder infantry fighting vehicle, 24 vehicles, and a field artillery gun. The units of the center military groups have taken advantageous positions and lines. The enemy manpower and equipment were defeated in the areas of the settlement of Andriivka, Anovka, Vodonoskoye, Gruzovskoye, Dobropolye, and Novogradivka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The losses of the Ukrainian armed forces amounted over 340 military personnel, and US-made Humvee armored vehicle, and 11 vehicles. The units of the Vostok military group advanced into the depths of the enemy defenses and liberated the village of Lyublitskoye in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy personnel and equipment of 4 air assault brigades, 2 assault regiments of the armed forces of Ukraine, and the maritime infantry brigades were defeated in areas of the settlement of Velikomikhailovka, Ivanovka, Katerinovka, Prosinoye, Skotovoye in the Dnepropetrovsk region, Kalipono, and Chasiv Yar in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy lost more than 365 military personnel, 3 armored combat vehicles, 20 vehicles, a counter-battery radar station, and 3 artillery pieces. Units of the Dnipro group of the forces defeated formations of the mechanized and mountain assault brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine in the areas of the settlement of Orekov, Preobrazhnaika and Yulyovka in the Zaporozhye region. Up to 40 military personnel, 28 vehicles, 6 electronic warfare stations, and a field artillery gun were destroyed. Operational tactical elimination strike unmanned air vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the armed forces of the Russian Federation have destroyed production facilities, storage facilities for unmanned air vehicles and their components, as well as temporary deployment points for the Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 152 areas. 50 guided aerial bombs and 743 aircraft type unmanned aerial vehicles can be shot down by air defense systems.